Welcome to the path to Buddhist wisdom. In today's video, we will explore a fascinating yet paradoxical topic: why kindness makes people disrespect you. This is a question many of us have probably asked ourselves, especially when our kind acts aren't met with the response we expected. Does kindness truly command respect? Or can it sometimes be seen as a sign of weakness? In this video, we'll dive into the teachings of Buddhism and Zen to understand the relationship between kindness, wisdom, and respect. Together, we will hear the story of a disciple in a serene monastery who discovered that kindness doesn't always lead to positive outcomes unless paired with wisdom and self-respect. This story will reveal that kindness is not just about giving unconditionally, but also about knowing when to set boundaries and when to say no. Through this story, you will learn that true kindness requires balance between compassion and wisdom. It's not just about being kind, it's about knowing how to express it in a way that benefits both you and others. Can you relate to this story and find a way to practice sustainable and wise kindness in your own life? Let's find out together. So, if you're ready to embark on a journey to understand why kindness sometimes leads to disrespect and how to approach it mindfully, make sure to watch the whole video. Part 1: The Paradox of Kindness. Kindness is often celebrated as the highest virtue, praised in both ancient scriptures and modern wisdom. We're all familiar with the saying, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a battle you cannot see." It's a beautiful sentiment that encourages empathy and compassion. But have you ever wondered why, despite all this, acts of kindness sometimes seem to invite misunderstanding or even disrespect? In our daily lives, we may find that those who are kind and generous to others aren't always met with gratitude. Instead, they can be taken advantage of, or their good intentions might be dismissed as a sign of weakness. This paradox isn't a new phenomenon, it's been explored in Buddhist and Zen teachings for centuries. Even the Buddha, despite his infinite compassion, faced ridicule and disdain from those around him. This paradox teaches us that kindness, though noble, must be balanced with wisdom and discernment. It is not enough to simply be kind. Without awareness and boundaries, our kindness can be misunderstood or exploited. The Zen masters, known for their profound wisdom, have long taught that true kindness must be coupled with strength, and that there is a subtle art to balancing these qualities. So, what does it really mean to be kind? And why do we sometimes find that our kindness is met with disrespect? Or worse, taken for granted? To explore this, let's dive into a story from a peaceful Zen monastery that illustrates these very challenges. Part 2: The Balance Between Giving and Receiving. Kindness, like any other virtue, thrives in balance. In Buddhist philosophy, this concept is central. The act of giving must be counterbalanced by the ability to receive. When kindness flows only outward, it can become unsustainable, like a river that never replenishes its source. This imbalance drains both the giver and the recipient. The power of boundaries. Setting boundaries is not about selfishness, it is an act of respect for oneself and others. When the disciple in the story began to set boundaries, he discovered that not all reactions were positive. Some people grew angry at his newfound assertiveness, while others respected him more. This duality reflects the human condition. People often react to kindness based on their own nature. Boundaries teach others how to treat us and signal that kindness is a choice, not an obligation. Story: The River's Reflection. In the parable of the river and the forest, the river's unrestrained generosity led to its depletion. Animals polluted its waters, and trees drained it excessively. Once the river learned to set limits, it found harmony. It continued to nurture the forest but ensured its own survival. This balance is essential for sustaining meaningful kindness. Mindful giving. Before offering kindness, ask yourself, is this action coming from abundance or depletion? Will it foster harmony or enable dependency? True kindness uplifts both the giver and the receiver. It is not about constant sacrifice, but about creating mutual growth and respect. Compassion without attachment. One of the most profound Zen teachings is the practice of compassion without attachment. When we cling to outcomes, even noble ones, we risk suffering. The disciple in the story initially sought approval and harmony through his kindness. When these expectations were unmet, he felt disheartened. Through his master's guidance, he learned to offer kindness freely, without the need for recognition or reciprocation. Strength and softness. In Zen philosophy, true strength lies in balance. Kindness should flow like water, adaptable yet powerful. The disciple discovered that saying no did not diminish his compassion but amplified it by ensuring that his kindness was purposeful and sustainable. This principle applies universally, whether in relationships, work, or community interactions. Kindness rooted in self-respect inspires respect, rather than pity or exploitation. Part 3. Applying the lessons in daily life. Integrating the balance of kindness and wisdom into daily life requires mindfulness and intentionality. Here are practical ways to embody these teachings. 1. Self-awareness as a foundation. Start by examining your motivations for being kind. Are you acting out of genuine compassion or seeking approval? Self-awareness helps clarify whether your kindness is truly for the benefit of others or driven by an unspoken need for validation. Journaling or reflecting at the end of the day can be helpful tools for this practice. 2. Building resilient boundaries. Healthy boundaries protect your energy and ensure your kindness remains a positive force. For example, in professional settings, learn to delegate rather than overextending yourself. In personal relationships, communicate your limits clearly and calmly. Remember, boundaries are acts of self-respect, not rejection. Story: The Bamboo Grove. A Zen story tells of a bamboo grove that bends with the wind but never breaks. Its resilience lies in its flexibility and rootedness. Similarly, your kindness should adapt to circumstances while remaining firmly anchored in self-respect. This balance allows you to give without depleting yourself. 3. Practicing compassionate detachment. Detachment does not mean indifference. It means letting go of the need to control outcomes. When you offer help, do so without expecting gratitude or recognition. This mindset frees you from disappointment and allows your kindness to flow more naturally. As the Buddha taught, attachment is the root of suffering. 4. Fostering mutual growth. True kindness uplifts both parties. Look for opportunities where your actions can empower others rather than fostering dependency. For instance, instead of solving a colleague's problem for them, guide them to find the solution themselves. This approach fosters mutual respect and long-term growth. 5. Aligning with your values. Ensure your acts of kindness align with your core values. When you act in accordance with your principles, your kindness becomes a source of strength rather than a drain. Reflect regularly on what values guide your actions and adjust as needed. The ripple effect of balanced kindness. As you embody these practices, you'll notice a ripple effect. Your balanced approach to kindness will inspire others to treat you with respect and perhaps even adopt a similar approach in their own lives. This transformation begins within but extends outward, creating harmony in your relationships and community. Practical insights. Pause and reflect. before acting. Consider the motivations behind your kindness. Is it genuine or driven by fear of conflict? Set boundaries. Learn to say no with compassion. Boundaries enhance mutual respect. Practice self-care. A depleted spirit cannot sustain kindness. Nurture yourself as you nurture others. Balance softness and strength, like water. Be adaptable yet unyielding in your core values. Empower others. Offer kindness in ways that encourage growth rather than dependence. Conclusion. The path to harmonious kindness lies in balance. The Zen teachings remind us that true kindness is neither submissive nor selfish. It flows from strength, grounded in self-awareness and guided by wisdom. By integrating these principles into daily life, we transform challenges into opportunities for growth. As the Master's final words suggest, let your kindness bend with the world, but never lose the roots of self-respect and wisdom. Subscribe for more insights. If you found this exploration enlightening, subscribe to the Path to Buddhist Wisdom for more content that bridges ancient teachings with modern life. Share your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. Thank you for joining this journey of discovery. See you in the next video.